What's what you got?
That's Mayweather and Conor McGregor.
I like to wake up, make money, get started, call it a day.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna storm on that stage.
I'm not the same fighter I was 2 years ago, but I got enough to beat you.
15 minutes to showtime, the show's mine.
You cannot beat me. Can't nobody beat me, man.
Kill or be killed. That's what I...
Conor my tap out.
It hurt.
Conor, did you quit, you little bitch?
Yes, it hurt.
Floyd better hope he don't run into Conor on the street. Let me tell you what, Conor, not only will Conor kick his ass, he'll kick the shit out of every one of his security guards too. So, 100%. 100%. I would love to be there when Floyd tries to slap Conor McGregor.
Well, he is scared shitless. If I decide to just fight him straight up, fuck the UFC, fuck MMA, fuck boxing, fuck sports fighting. Let's just say we fight. It'd be the easiest fight, you know what I'm saying? It'd be the easiest fight ever.
Dana White, I like Dana White. I don't have anything against him. But I can remember Dana White used to hang around me and Jeff Mayweather and carry my bags.
Yes.
I remember Dana White, you know, I remember you used to carry my bags. I remember Dana White, I showed you love.
You did.
You had the little Bullenbizer patch I wore on my trunks for you, Dana. I've always been good to you. But then all of a sudden he cut his head bald, and he's such a tough guy. He's such a tough guy.
49-0, never been knocked down, never been knocked out.
I know every single shot he's been hit with. I know every single shot he's been hurt with. I know southpaws have caused him a hell of a lot of trouble. I know everything.
I'm fucking McGregor up too. What punk ass McGregor? I'm gonna slap McGregor. I'm gonna slap the shit out of McGregor when I see him.
That's what he said. He said on his...
I promise you, Floyd, you will never try to walk up and slap Conor McGregor, and you know it too.
I get a phone call. Hey, Conor, you're fighting a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Okay. Hey, Conor, you're fighting a Taekwondo black belt. Okay. Hey, Conor, you're fighting a UFC world champion. Okay. Hey, Conor, you're fighting boxing's pound for pound #1. Okay. It's another day for me. I get a phone call. I get the style of the opponent, the way he fights, and then I prepare to fight him. It's another fucking day for me. So that's it.
Conor McGregor's a bitch!
It starts...
Sitting in the house. Floyd offers 15 million.
Yes.
Then Dana offers 25 million. I'm sitting in my house watching the millions go up. Like, this is all right. This is all right.
Two sugars, bitch. When I count to 3, I want this entire arena to scream, fuck the Mayweathers. 1, 2, 3, fuck the Mayweathers. He won't do shit. Do fucking nothing.
Spot for him where he's looking and going, hey guys, I appreciate that you all have faith in me, but you've got a little bit too much. How about we go out there and 2 men go out and have a contest? These are the intangibles, because what Teddy and I are watching right now is an amateur boxer getting ready to take on the best of all time. But the intangibles do matter.
That is a pretty stark characterization. An amateur boxer getting ready to take on a guy that could be 50-0 by the time the month is out. Alberto Komodo has been on the scene all day. We've moved to Station 3. Couple action in the ring, then we've hit the bag twice. He's there, boots on the ground. His eyes are closer than any of us. Brett, what are you seeing right now with your two eyes there?
Yeah, from a technical standpoint, I think Chael and Teddy have really outlined a lot of what's going through my mind. I mean, obviously, one thing I told you, Zubin, is that I expected him to be in amazing shape, and I know that that's very, very crucial to him. I mean, that's been crucial really throughout his career, especially after he lost to Nate Diaz last year. He felt that he was very inefficient with his energy, is what he said. That fight was at 170 pounds when it was supposed to be at 155 pounds. So just looking at him physically, and this has not surprised me at all. I knew all along that Conor McGregor would do everything in his power to get as prepared as is humanly possible to face Floyd Mayweather. But everything that you're hearing from the two experts there about the technique, I would have to agree with.
Teddy, I want to ask you this because you have been in the corner. You have trained some of the guys that basically ate pressure for lunch, and Chael has talked about what a performer this guy is under pressure. For those of us that are just fans, that haven't been in the corner, that haven't been in the ring, can you explain the intangible of the mental side of something like this and the pressure with the world watching? Not the physical, the mental.
There's a mental part, and he's right on the button talking about the mental part. My UFC counterpart there. 75% of the game, all right? There it is. 75% of my business, my sport, is the mental part. And McGregor has been in that realm. You know, he has been in that environment. He's been under the big lights. And the most important part, what does that mean mentally being right? What does that mean having the mental edge that you have to be a championship fighter in whatever, whether it's boxing or UFC? What it means is that you have to understand, you have to be able to push the wolf away from the door. The wolf of submission. The wolf of where you feel like breaking down. The wolf where you feel like giving in. Where you don't think that you can find the way. Where you start to make excuses. Where you're not reliable. Where you start to give in. Where the normal person, the person out there, the layman person, they can do that. They can give in. They can still go to work the next day. They give in. They say they're sick, and the next day they can still show up at work, and it might not hurt their career. But in the boxing ring, you cannot do that. That's called the chamber of truth, and the truth will find you fast. So he understands what it means to be tempted by those hard truths. He understands what it means for the wolf to come to the door, for the devil to knock on the door and say, hey, you know what? You can get out of here. You know, it's not human nature to face what these guys face. The natural thing to do is to survive. Let's be honest. That's why we've been around as a race so long. We find ways to survive. But when you're in the ring and that natural instinct comes to you to say, hey, I want to just survive. I want to be able to get out of this so I can be okay, so I can survive. When that comes, you have to be able to shut it down. That's not normal. Regular people don't have to do that. But people that fight for